At 7.
How tall is too tall? In Sussex County, they've been debating building height limits for months. Now, a decision has been made.
Making something old new again. How Cambridge is turning to University of Maryland students to spruce up the town.
We're going to see some clouds back tomorrow, and temperatures aren't going to warm up much. But after that, a dramatic warm-up just in time for the weekend.
Now, WBOC News at 7. Delmarva's news leader.
Well, the council has spoken. The height limit will be set at 42 feet in Sussex County. Good evening. I'm Alice Davis.
And I'm Paul Butler. This is WBOC News at 7. You know, this debate over height limits in Sussex County all has to do with what is considered a public building. That's because those buildings are allowed to build up to 60 feet opposed to the normal 42 feet. Sussex County Bureau Chief Evan Koslof joins us now live in Chopper 16 tonight. Evan, today the council tightened that defining or definition of a public building.
Paul and Alice, for decades, public has meant places like schools or hospitals or government buildings, but over the last decade, some savvy developers have been taking advantage of some loose definitions. And take a look down below from Chopper 16. You're looking at one of those developments. This is the Vineyards at Nassau Valley in the Lewis area. And under the looser definitions, they were able to build high since their lobby was open to the public. Now, future developers like this one will be stuck at 42 feet in Sussex County.
There was a full house at the County Council Tuesday as one by one, they voted to keep the 42-foot limit as the maximum building height in Sussex County. Councilman George Cole voted for the change, saying that more people isn't the answer.
It seems like additional density is always the solution to some of the problems, which is a bogus argument.
And he says it's bogus because the county is already nearing what he calls full capacity.
To go to 60 feet, it's going to add a little bit of density. Now, you may not see an impact in the next 5 years, 6 years. 20 years down the road, you may have a slew of buildings that are 60 feet high. And you've added that whole level of additional people, and right now it's not specific to just hotels, motels. It's anything.
One of those buildings is here at the Vineyards at Nassau Valley. Already constructed, this ordinance wouldn't impact them, but new developments will have to stop at 42 feet. Vineyards resident Mason Lutz says that 60 feet actually protects more land in the county.
Personally, I think this is fine, 42 foot. I mean, it's just, if you have 42-foot buildings, that means you're just going to have more buildings because a 60-foot building would be able to have a capacity higher amount of people. A smaller building, lower amount of people, that means you'd have to build more smaller buildings to accommodate more people.
Meanwhile, construction worker Ken Opplinger runs wire for a light pole at the Vineyards. He says the limit is a good protection for neighbors.
Yeah, you might have had a nice view when you looked out a window before. Now you got, 30 feet of a building above you.
I vote yes, motion carried.
Action taken to keep buildings low in Sussex County.
And back up here in Chopper 16, this limit only applies to county land, as cities can set up their own height limits. One thing to note, a developer can still appeal to the Board of Adjustments asking to build higher than 42 feet. That decision will be made on a case-by-case basis. Reporting live in Chopper 16 over Sussex County, Evan Koslof, WBOC News. Back to you guys.